name is Ashley Barlow, and for my Lynn University hospitality internship, I chose to do it for Fantasy Fest in Key West, Florida. Fantasy Fest is a huge festival that happens every year during the month of October. What started out as a way to promote tourism during their slow season, it has turned into a huge event in which now brings in about 70,000 people to this 2x4 mile island during October. This year was Fantasy Fest's 30th year anniversary, and I get to be there for it. My daily tasks include anything from answering phones, bulk mail, being the parade coordinator's assistant during the parade, and I also got a lot of hands-on experience learning a lot about creating events. Throughout my internship, I took some video clips of things I learned and witnessed, and here are a few of them.
This is the Fantasy Fest office. When you walk in the door, you first see my desk. And right now I've been doing chamber mail for the past couple of days, and that's just pretty much giving people that are wanting to come visit Key West a bunch of information, so a bunch of different type of brochures and a booklet that has the key exposures, which has just a bunch of different things again that's in.
This clip is just a little clip of every Friday we had a staff meeting, so this is just a little smidgen of what we were talking about one Friday.
Joined in as a vampire movie.
Oh,
I would hope.
I mean, I just...
And so I had to let them in.
Oh, yeah.
That's too funny.
They are decorating it.
Oh, good. Yes,
I saw them with their bags.
Yes.
I saw them, they were each with 10.
One of the biggest things that I was able to do during Fantasy Fest was be the parade coordinator's assistant. As that job, it put me in second in command of the parade itself, which was made up of about 60 floats, and some of them had 100 or more people on them. During the parade, we did have a couple mishaps. The power did go out on the street, and we had to stop the parade and move everybody aside so we could get the electric companies like car in so they could fix the power lines. And also somebody did have a heart attack, so we had to again stop the parade and move everybody out of the way so the paramedics could get in. There was a lot of responsibility, and you had to act very fast, and it took a lot of effort to be able to move everybody around, and there were 70,000 people there watching that parade. So it was a lot of work, and it did really make a big difference, and it helped me learn a lot through that experience. So here are a few clips at the parade lineup. The first one is of one of the parade entrants, which are the Beetlejuice Quartet. And then the second clip is of the Founders Day float, and it has two of the founders on it.
Happy birthday to
This is Jeff Smead, and he is the account executive and the bookkeeper for Fantasy Fest, and I just asked him to go over his day-to-day activities and what his job title entails.
I'm Jeff here at the Market Share Company and Fantasy Fest in Key West. Working with Ashley, she's kind of seen the ropes of what we do here. We're a very small company producing Fantasy Fest, and my technical label or job description is bookkeeper and account executive. Though we really do everything here in the office. We're a full-time year-round staff of 3. And so basically it doesn't mean that you do any one or two things. We all do a little bit of everything. Everything from writing press releases on news that's coming out with Fantasy Fest that year, the theme, how events are coming up, how to enter, things like that. Also generating corporate sponsorships and kind of creating relationships with our sponsors, making sure that they want to come back next year. I also take care of just running the general office duties of making sure that all of our bills are paid and payroll, things like that. Event production specifically, like the parade itself and Pretenders in Paradise, Masquerade March, some of these big, highly attended events with thousands and thousands of people who come down to Key West. We produce all aspects of those events, and it's a year-long process. We design all of our collateral. posters that have our schedule of events, our rec cards, our website. We do all of those details. Also assist in budgeting and financial management and city liaison to the city of Key West. But like I said, it's multitasking in this office. This is not corporate.
Overall, my Fantasy Fest internship was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I got to be able to do an internship that was not in a corporate setting.